Good morning, students. In the previous class, we have discussed about the range extension of voltmeters and meters. In the today's class, we shall discuss about the cathode ray oscilloscope, that is CRO. This CRO, in the laboratories, you have observed the CRO, right? So CRO, you will be observing the waveforms in the CRO. So this CRO will be like, it will be like this in the laboratory which you have observed. So here it consists of a screen. On this screen there will be waveforms which you will be observing. So there will be x-axis, y-axis, knobs will be there. Depending on these knobs you can vary the scale of the x-axis and y-axis. So this is how you are seeing in the laboratories. But for this, to see these waveforms, there is a block diagram for the CRO that we shall discuss how you are going to see the waveforms, how you are going to get the voltage in terms of waveforms, so that you can study in this today's class. So CRO means it is nothing but cathode ray oscilloscope, and the block diagram for the CRO will be like this. So this CRO consists of different blocks here. So initially when CRO is connected in the circuit, that is input signal is given to the CRO, then what happens? It is fed to the vertical amplifier. It is first fed to the vertical amplifier. From that it goes to the delay line circuit, and from the delay line circuit it is given to the vertical deflection plates, and next the signal goes to the horizontal deflection plates. And from vertical amplifier the signal goes to the trigger circuit. From the trigger circuit, time based generator to horizontal amplifier, it is fed to the horizontal plates. And next finally this is the phosphor screen where you are observing the waveforms on this screen. This is the only thing you will be seeing outside. But in the CRO, this complete modules, these complete blocks will be there. What are the different functions of these blocks? Now let us discuss. Let us study. So whenever input signal is fed to the vertical amplifier, when input signal is fed to the vertical amplifier, so amplifier means what does it does is amplifier, it amplifies the weak signals. So if the input signal is weak, then this vertical amplifier will improve the deflection sensitivity of that weak signal, and then it is given to the delay line circuit. So next, what does this delay line circuit does? So this delay line circuit provides delay. Delay means it will stop for some certain time. So this delay line will stop the vertical amplified signal for certain time till the same signal is obtained on the horizontal plane. Now the vertically amplified signal is also fed to the trigger circuit here. You can observe this is the trigger circuit. This trigger circuit will make synchronize the vertically amplified signal and the horizontally amplified signal. Synchronize means it will be there will not to make them both the signals coincide. It will synchronize. There should not. It should not. The signal will not be lost. So if it is not synchronized, some amount of signal might be lost. In order to avoid the loss of the signals, you need to synchronize the vertically amplified signal and the horizontally amplified signal. So for that you are using the trigger circuit. So trigger circuit is used to synchronize the vertically amplified signal and the horizontally amplified signal. Next the signal is given to the time based generator. So this time based generator will generate the waveforms. Usually here it generates the sawtooth waveform. So sawtooth waveform is provided to the horizontal amplifier. That generated signal is given to the horizontal amplifier. This horizontal amplifier will amplify the horizontal signal and it is given to the horizontal plates. Now this is the CRT, cathode ray tube. This is the heart of the CRO. This is the heart of the CRO. So in this CRT, it consists of different arrangements here as shown. It consists of vertical deflection plates, horizontal deflection plates, electron gun, and phosphor screen. So this is the heart of the CRO is nothing but CRT, cathode ray tube. So we shall discuss that CRT also now, and also it consists of power supplies. So there will be HV supply and LV supply. HV means high voltage supply. This high voltage supply will be in the order of 1000 volts, more than 1000 volts, and this is required for cathode ray tube. The supply is given to the CRT. Whereas LV supply means low voltage supply. This is will be 5 volts like that, lesser voltage. So this is given to the circuits which require either trigger circuit or time based generator or horizontal signal or delay line circuit. Wherever the LV supply is required, then you can get it from the LV supply here. Okay. Now we shall study one by one now. So CRO basically consists of a set of blocks. What are those blocks? They are vertical amplifier, delay line, trigger circuit, time based generator, horizontal amplifier, CRT, power supply. So we shall study one by one now. What is vertical amplifier? So as I told you now, vertical amplifier, it amplifies the input signal which is displayed on the screen of the CRT. So it amplifies the input signal. Next one, delay line circuit. So delay line circuit will provide the delay required for the vertical signal. So it provides some amount of delay to the signal which is obtained at the output of the vertical amplifier. This delayed signal is then applied to the vertical deflection plates of CRT. This is given to the vertical deflection plates of the CRT. That we have studied here. Once again I am showing you. So the delay line circuit, the vertically amplified signal is given to the delay line circuit. This delay line circuit, the signal from the delay line circuit is given to the vertical deflection plates. This is how we can write down. Next one is trigger circuit. So what does this trigger circuit does? So trigger circuit, it produces a triggering signal in order to synchronize both horizontal and vertical deflections of the electron beam. So in order to avoid loss of the signals, it will be synchronizing it will make map of the vertical signal and horizontal signal by using the trigger circuit. So a trigger circuit, it produces a triggering signal in order to synchronize both the horizontal and vertical deflections of electron beam. Next one, time based generator. So time based generator, it generates different signals, either sawtooth or some other signals, square signal or ramp signal, but here usually it produces a sawtooth. So why you are using only sawtooth here means, if you give sawtooth to the horizontal signal, the vertical, whatever the signal is there on the vertical plates, that signal will be directly visible on the screen. So that we will be studying that Lissajous patterns will be there. There you will be studying why we are using only sawtooth here. Okay. As of now, remember, this time based generator will be generating a sawtooth waveform which is useful for horizontal deflection of the electron beam. Horizontal amplifier. So horizontal amplifier means it amplifies the sawtooth signal and then connects it to the horizontal deflection plates of CRT. So it amplifies the horizontal signal. It amplifies the sawtooth generated signal which came from the time based generator, and then it connects to the horizontal deflection plates of CRT. That I will show you now in the block diagram. So here the time based generator, here sawtooth waveform is generated. This is given to the horizontal wave amplifier. Here this sawtooth signal is amplified and it is given to the horizontal plates here. So this is shown here now. Next one is the CRT. So CRT is nothing but cathode ray tube. So this cathode ray tube will be having different parts. So what are the different parts of cathode ray tube? So cathode ray tube, it is the major important block of CRO. It consists of, see here, this is the electron gun, next deflecting system, and this is the fluorescent screen. So we shall study one by one now. So initially this is the cathode here and high voltage is given to the here 6 volts is given to the cathode, and here from this cathode the electron beam will be generated. Electron beam will be generated from the cathode. Now from the cathode it is generated, that electron beam is made pass through the control grid. So this control grid will control the flow of electron beam. It controls the flow of electrons by using the grid here. So next, the controlled signal is fed to the focusing anode. So what does this focusing anode does? This focusing anode will improve the intensity of the beam. Improves the intensity of the beam, and next it is fed to the accelerating anode. So this accelerating anode will improve the velocity of the electron beam. Will improve the velocity of the electron beam, and then it is fed to the deflection plates. First it is fed to the Y plate, that means vertical plates, and next it is fed to the X plate, that is horizontal plates, and next it is fed to the screen. It is fed to the phosphor screen. So these vertical plates are used for vertical deflection, vertical movement of the signal. That means either you can move the electron beam either upwards or downwards. Whereas the horizontal movement is done by the X plates, is done by the horizontal plates. That is either left side or right side you can move by using the horizontal plates. And next finally whatever the signal you got, electron beam, is fed to the phosphor screen. This fluorescent screen will make the electrical signal into the light signal. It will convert the electrical signal into the light signal, so that light signal is displayed on the screen as a waveform. Okay. So this is about the cathode ray tube. Once again I am explaining the CRT. So the CRT consists of electron gun, deflecting system, and fluorescent screen. So first, whenever the voltage is fed to the filament, then from the cathode there will be electrons generated, electrons emitted. So these emitted electrons are controlled by the controlled grid. After the controlled electron beam is fed to the focusing anode to improve the electric intensity of the electron beam. Next, the speed of the electron beam is increased by using the accelerating anode, and next it is fed to the Y plates and X plates in order to change the direction of the signal. That is either left side or right side is done by the horizontal plates, and upwards or downwards are made by the Y plates. So these, by using different deflection plates, you can deflect the signal, and then it is fed to the fluorescent screen, where here the electrical signal is converted into light signal and is displayed on the fluorescent screen. So this is about the CRT. So CRO consists of, main parts are vertical amplifier, horizontal amplifier. Next one is power supply, vertical amplifier, delay line circuit, trigger circuit, time based generator, horizontal amplifier, CRT, power supply. So vertical amplifier is used to amplify the signal, weak signal, improve the deflection sensitivity of the weak signal. And next, delay line circuit is used to provide time delay for the vertically amplified signal. Next, trigger circuit is used to synchronize the vertically amplified signal and the horizontally amplified signal. Next, time-based generator is used in order to generate the sawtooth waveform. Next, horizontal amplifier is used to improve the deflection sensitivity of the signal, weak signal. Next, CRT is nothing but it is the heart of the CRO, and it is used to display to convert the electrical signal into the light signal. Next, power supply. So here there are two power supplies, HP supply and LV supply. High voltage supply is required by the CRT, and low voltage supply is used by the different circuits of all the circuits, the remaining all the circuits. So this is about CRO. And now here in the cathode ray tube, we have seen that the beam is deflected over the screen. So this deflection, you need to study about this deflection sensitivity. So the deflection sensitivity of a CRO you can study by using this diagram. So initially the electron beam is here. Now it is fed to the deflecting plates. Now it travels in this direction, and next it moves in the parabola direction, and next it becomes a straight path. And next here the electron beam gets deflected. Here you are able to see the electron on the light signal on the CRO screen. Now how this gets deflected, and what is the equation of deflection sensitivity? Now we will study. See, VOX, it is the velocity of the electron beam in x direction, and these two are the deflecting plates, and the distance between these two deflecting plates is nothing but small d. Small d is the distance between the two deflecting plates. Next, ED is the voltage on the cathode. ED is the voltage on the cathode, and the distance from the center of the plates to the screen is nothing but L. The distance between the center of the deflection plates to the fluorescent screen is represented as capital L, and capital D is the deflection made by the signal on the screen. D is the deflection made by the signal on the screen, and theta is the angle made by the signal with the horizontal axis. And small LD is the length of the deflecting plate. LD is the length of the deflecting plate. Now we shall discuss the how you are going to derive this equation. So as we have discussed, E naught is the voltage of pre-accelerating anode, E is the charge of an electron, m is the mass of electron, VOX is velocity of electron in x direction, ED is the potential between deflecting plates, D is the distance, small d is distance between deflecting plate in meters, and LLD is the length of the deflecting plate. Capital L is equal to distance between screen and the mid of the deflecting plate. Capital D is the deflection of the electron beam on the screen in y direction. Whenever the electron beam moves from accelerating cathode to anode, so then there will be potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. So this potential energy, what is the equation of the potential energy? The potential energy is represented as is equal to charge. E is nothing but the charge of the electron, and EA is the electric voltage of the plates, voltage of the anode. EA is the voltage of the anode. So next, kinetic energy is equal to, so the electrons gain the kinetic energy, and this energy is given by the equation kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. This voltage this velocity is nothing but VOX, that means velocity in x direction. So half m VOX square is the kinetic energy. So equating this potential energy, loss in potential energy is equal to gain of the kinetic energy. So if you make both energies equal, so that becomes Vox is equal to 2 by m for square root of this value. So this Vox, you need to use this velocity, you need to substitute this velocity at the end of the derivation. So remember, mark it as equation 1. Next, the velocity of the electron in x direction remains the same throughout the deflection because no force was acting in the x direction. Only y plates we are considering here. So there is no force in the x direction. So now this voltage, this velocity remains the same in x direction. Next, so electric field intensity in y direction. Electric field intensity is nothing but Ey is equal to Ed, that is nothing but the deflection plate voltage divided by distance between the deflection plates. This is the electric field intensity. Field intensity is equal to voltage divided by distance is nothing but field intensity. So that intensity Ey is equal to Ed by d. Now F is nothing but the force. Force is equal to charge into intensity, that is equal to E into intensity is nothing but ED by ED. Next, the force here, force is nothing but it is charge into electric field intensity, that is one equation. Also we can represent force is equal to mass into acceleration. So Fy is nothing but m into Ay, that is mass of the electron into Ay is the acceleration of the electron in y direction. So now equating these two equations, Ey is equal to May. From this acceleration Ay you can get Ay is equal to Ey divided by m. Now this consider the mark this as equation 2, Ay as mark equation 2. Now you got the acceleration, but we know that y is equal to half at square. A is nothing but acceleration, t is the time. As of now you got the Ay, but time you need to find out. Time is nothing but you can get it from the x formula. So well, what is x? X is equal to velocity into time. So from that t is equal to x by Vox. Now t also you got time. Substitute this in the above equation. Ay from the past equation and t from the present equation. If you substitute both these two, you will get the value of y. So y is equal to half into Ey by m into x by Vox whole square. So this is the y, and how can you get the, this is the, now you can see that y is equal to, y is some constant into x square. Y is equal to mx square means it represents the equation of a parabola. That means the electron beam will be forming the parabola path for some distance. Next it will take the straight line path. Now for that, now, so the above equation represents parabola. The slope of the at any point is given by. To calculate the slope, what is the formula? Slope is nothing but dy by dx, that is nothing but tan theta. So dy by dx, if you differentiate the above equation with respect to x, you will be getting Ey by m v naught x square. Now differentiate this equation and substitute x is equal to LD, we get the value of tan theta. So that implies tan theta is nothing but the slope, that is dy by dx is nothing but tan theta. Tan theta is equal to half Ey by mvox into LD. So x, in place of x you substitute LD. Now you will be getting tan theta is this value. Now later, but from the diagram you can see what is tan theta. So from this diagram you can observe this is the theta is the angle made by this straight line with the horizontal axis. So tan theta, from this diagram triangle you can observe tan theta is equal to opposite side divided by adjacent side. So opposite side is nothing but capital D and adjacent side is nothing but capital L. So tan theta is equal to capital D by small l. So then what is capital D? D is equal to L into tan theta. So D is equal to L into tan theta. Now substitute tan theta in this equation. D is equal to L into tan theta. Substitute the tan theta which you have observed earlier and in this equation, then you will get L is equal to E ED LD by MD V naught x square. Now substitute the value of Vox which you have represented it as equation 1 in this equation. Then you will be getting D is equal to L into M by 2 EA, that becomes LED into LLD by 2DEA. From this equation you can say that deflection is directly proportional to all these are constant except ED. So deflection is directly proportional to ED. Is directly from the above equation we can conclude that the deflection of the electron is directly proportional to the deflecting voltage. The deflection is directly proportional to the deflection voltage. So if you increase the deflection voltage, then the deflection also increases. So this is about the deflection. And next, deflection sensitivity. S is equal to D by ED. Substitute D value here, then you will be getting the deflection sensitivity. The next one, deflection factor. So deflection factor is nothing but reciprocal of deflection sensitivity is nothing but deflection factor. That is represented by the letter capital G. Capital G is equal to 1 by S. Then that is equal to 2DEA divided by L into capital L into small ld. So this is about the deflection sensitivity, derivation of deflection sensitivity. Once again I will tell you. So here deflection sensitivity of CRO will depend on the so here the capital D is the deflection made by the signal, and this capital D is directly proportional to the intensity of the plates. ED is the intensity voltage applied to the deflection plates. So amount of deflection varies with the amount of voltage applied to the deflecting plates. So whatever voltage you are applying, that voltage will be shown on the screen. Voltage will be displayed on the screen which you are observing. So that is, so if the voltage increases, if it is 5 volts, then the amplitude will be 5 volts. If it is 10 volts, that means 10 volts is applied, then the amplitude will be more. So based on the increment of the ED value, automatically the deflection will be also increased. Now, so to derive this deflection sensitivity, you need to find out first what is Vox, and next what is the acceleration, velocity, next acceleration, next time. Then after, by substituting all these in tan theta, first you need to find what is y equation. What is the equation here? Of this will be a parabola. This equation y is equal to half mx square. So half at square a t you need to substitute. By you will be getting the y equation, and if you substitute, if you derivate that y, then you will be getting tan theta. So tan theta is nothing but capital D by small l. From that you will be getting D is equal to L into tan theta. Substituting the tan theta in this equation, then you will be getting the value of D. So then D is directly from that equation you can know that D is directly proportional to ED, and deflection sensitivity is nothing but capital D by ED. Then you will be getting the deflection sensitivity, and from the deflection sensitivity you will also find the deflection factor. So that is about the cathode ray oscilloscope. Okay, thank you.